Hello students, in this session we will study and discuss the derivation of refraction and reflection coefficient for the traveling wave. So, title of theory, reflection and refraction of traveling wave. Traveling wave, which is traveling on transmission line. Clear? So, let us consider a transmission line where having a surge impedance or characteristic impedance of ZC, which is terminated on or terminated through the impedance Z. Consider one transmission line having a surge impedance of ZC, which is terminated through the impedance Z. And the consider one voltage wave is traveling on this transmission line having a magnitude of EF, or we can say forward voltage. So let us denote all the when voltages and current wave on the transmission line. So first one is forward, or I can say incident or the forward voltage and current wave, which is denoted as EF and IF. So I can say that EF and IF are the forward voltage and current wave. Next is reflected voltage and current wave. So which is denoted as ER and IR. So for the ER and IR, I can say it is the reflected voltage and current wave. And the last one is refracted or we can say transmitted voltage or current wave, which is ET and IT. So ET and IT is the refracted or the transmitted voltage and current wave. So the next is, let us consider the generalized equation of each the voltage and current wave in terms of impedance. So for the EF by IF, I can write EF by IF is equal to ZC. Your equation number 1. EF is incident or forward. So the forward voltage divided by forward current, it gives the characteristic impedance, which is ZC. Same way, next is ER by IR, which is equal to minus ZC. I will explain why we have considered over here negative sign. And the third one is ET divided by IT, which is a refracted voltage divided by refracted current, which is equal to the terminated impedance of the transmission line, which is Z. Your equation number 3. Now, here we have considered the negative sign over here in equation number 2. Just because of ER and IR, which is the refracted or I can say transmitted wave of voltage and current which is traveling in negative direction of the distance x. So if the EF is traveling on uh, right hand side, then the refracted voltage or current wave is traveling at opposite direction. That's why here we have considered the negative sign for the refracted wave of voltage. Clear? So next, at a junction, let me use the different color. Yes. At a junction, the voltage and current at a junction, the value of voltage and current will calculated as ET is equal to, at any junction, let us say over here at this junction, ET means the transmitted or refracted voltage, which is equal to the summation of the forward wave, or I can say incident voltage wave, plus the reflected voltage wave. Sorry, yes, I have explained wrongly. Yes, it is your reflected voltage wave. Refracted means over here it is a forward wave, then it will uh, transmitted through the object. That means it is refracted through the object. So this is what the direction of reflected wave ER. And if you wish to calculate the ET, then it is refracted from this network. So if I will draw one object and explain you the concept of this ET, EF and IR, say that this is the direction of EF. Here, this is the direction of ER. Yes, reflected wave, and this is the direction of ET, which is transmitted or refracted wave. Clear? So ET is equal to the summation of EF plus ER. Clear? Your equation number 4. I hope you have clear up to this. Next one, similarly, we can write the equation for IT, which is equal to transmitted current is equal to IF plus IR. Similarly, as we have written over here in equation 4 for the voltage wave, same way we can write for the current wave. Now, next is substitute the value of IF, IR and IT from the equation number 1, 2 and 3 into this equation number 5. So we have to substitute all the current values in this equation number 5. So we will get the answer as below. ET by Z, yes, IT is equal to ET divided by Z, which is equal to IF. Now instead of IF we can write EF upon ZC minus, same way for the IR, which is IR divided by ZC. Your equation number 6. So now from the equation number 6, okay, 5 and 6, not 5, from equation number 4 and 6 we can write, I will explain how we will get this term ET into bracket. Yes, it is just nothing but a simple mathematical process. I will explain how we will get this term ZC divided by Z is equal to 2 into EF. So let us understand how we will get this equation. So let us from the equation number 4, make the subject of ER. So I can write ER is equal to ET minus EF. Clear? Just make the subject ER from this equation number 4. Give it equation number A. And same way from this equation number 6, just make the subject of ER again. From the equation number 6, we will get the ER by ZC, which is equal to EF by ZC minus ET by Z. Okay, so just make a subject of ER from this equation. So we will get ER is equal to ZC into bracket EF by ZC minus ET by Z. Equation number B. Now just compare this both the equation A and B. So we can write ET minus EF is equal to ZC EF by ZC minus ET by Z. Clear? So now just write down the equation for ET. So we will get ET is equal to ZC EF by ZC. Here just follow the process minus ET ZC by Z plus EF. Clear? So the final answer you will get is over here, which is ET ZC by Z, ET ZC by Z make a subject. So we will get, yes, minus Z ET ZC by Z plus 2 times of EF, which is equal to ET. So this is what we have written over here. Clear? So the next step is, I hope you have clear. This is not this is just simple a mathematical formulation. Okay, so the next step is, now continue to left hand side. The next step is, just from this equation just make the subject of ET. We will get ET is equal to EF, ET which is equal to EF into 2Z divided by Z plus ZC. Clear? This is your equation number 7, which shows the value of transmitted voltage wave. Clear? Equation number 7. Now just substitute the value of equation number 7, or I can say ET, into the equation number 4. So we will get, or into the equation number A. So we will get ER is equal to ET minus EF. Now EF, instead of ET, just substitute the value from the equation number 7. So we will get the final answer is, or if you wish I can write one more step. Yes, EF into 2Z, EF into 2Z divided by Z plus ZC. Okay, now minus EF. So you will get ER is equal to EF into Z minus ZC divided by Z plus ZC. Equation number 8, which shows the ER, which is, ER means the reflected voltage wave, value of magnitude of refracted voltage wave. Clear? Now similarly we can calculate for the IT and IR. So this equation number 5, or from the equation number 1, 2 and 3, yes, IT and IR, 3 and 2. So we will get the final answer for IT is ET by Z, and use the value of ET from the equation number 7. So we will get the final answer EF into bracket of 2 divided by, not it is Z, yeah, 2 divided by Z plus ZC. Your equation number 9. And same way for the IR, which is equal to minus ER by ZC, which is equal to, now substitute the value of ER from equation number 8, we will get the minus EF by ZC into bracket Z minus ZC divided by Z plus ZC. Clear? So the final answer EF by ZC, yes, EF by ZC, which is equal to IF from equation number 1. So we will write over here IR is equal to IF into bracket ZC minus Z divided by ZC plus Z. Clear? The final equation of our theory. Yes, the conclusion from the theory is, we'll write over here. Yes, here in the equation number 7, ET, we will get one coefficient which is 2Z divided by Z plus ZC, and we know very well ET is equal to refracted or transmitted voltage. ET is equal to reflected or transmitted voltage. So the coefficient 2Z divided by Z plus ZC, which is known as reflected coefficient, reflection, not reflected, it is reflection coefficient, which is used in equation of ET, which is the reflected voltage wave. Yes, it is reflected sorry, not reflected, it is refracted. So yes, it is the coefficient of refraction. Okay, not reflected. Yes, it is equal to transmitted or refraction. So I can say coefficient of transmission or refraction coefficient for the traveling wave, which is travel on transmission line having the surge impedance of ZC, and the line is terminated through the impedance Z. So same way, from the equation number 8, we can write that the coefficient Z minus ZC divided by Z plus ZC from the refraction voltage wave. So this coefficient is known as reflection coefficient for the voltage wave having the surge impedance of ZC and the line which is terminated through the through the impedance Z. Clear? So here we have derived the two coefficient, which is a reflection and refraction coefficient of transmission line. And next is let us understand the concept of froth line, as it is a shape of the fork which we are using for the eating a Maggi or pasta. So it is a concept of froth line. Let us understand what is the froth line. So consider one transmission line having a surge impedance of ZC and one voltage wave which is traveling on the transmission line, and this line is divided further in different two impedances. Then such kind of line is known as a fork line with two different impedances. That means ET IT1, ET, IT2, and the different impedances Z1 and Z2. So in previous case, we have seen that the transmission line is terminated in only one impedance. But in this case, here the transmission line is divided at a junction with two different impedances. So such kind of line is known as the fork line. And for the fork line, we have to write the equations for the ET, IT, and ERIR. So let us write down the equation for, yes, the equivalent, yes, this is the actual circuit, say figure 1, the actual circuit of the network. And now let us draw the equivalent circuit from the actual one. So here we have the impedance ZC to EF, which is your source to EF, source voltage. And yes, as the line is divided in further two, let us compare this figure. If we want to draw the equivalent circuit of this transmission line, then I can draw just ZC over here and the voltage source, which is 2EF. Yes, you have derived over here. Yeah. Yes, 2 times of EF. And then the impedance ZC and Z. But now, if one more line is added with different surge impedances, then it is added with the parallel of this transmission line. Clear? With the transmitted current, different transmitted current. I will draw over here. Yes. So line Z1 with the current IT1. Same way, yes, we know the voltage in parallel circuit, the voltage is remain as it is. That's why I have written over here ET and ET. So the transmitted or refracted voltage ET. Next, the impedance Z2 with the transmitted current IT2. Clear? So from this equivalent circuit, which is the current is divided in different impedances Z1 and Z2. So as the current is divided, we will get the different value of the current, but voltage remain as it is as the parallel circuit. So the figure number 2 can write the equivalent circuit or diagram for figure 1, figure 2. Clear? So yes, figure A, let me explain again. Figure A shows the line of surge impedance ZC branching off into two lines of surge impedance Z1 and Z2. ZC is branching off into two different value of surge impedances, which is Z1 and Z2. So the transmitted voltage, yes, transmitted voltage on each line ET will remain same as the parallel circuit, and the transmitted current are the IT1 and IT2 irrespective of these surge impedance Z1 and Z2. So the final answer I can write ET is equal to, previously yes, the final answer for the ET, remember, yes, equation number 7. ET is equal to EF into 2Z divided by Z plus ZC. But now here ET is equal to, instead of EF, we have the two sources, which is 2EF, yes, as the two transmission line. 2EF. Let's just recall not source impedance. Just here we have the 2EF in this equation. But now instead of this Z, we have two impedances, Z1 and Z2. So both are given in parallel, Z1 and Z2. Let me write the final first equation without the fork line. So which is ET is equal to 2, yes, 2EF, yes, equation number 2EF divided by Z plus Z plus Z divided by Z plus ZC. Clear? But now just instead of only Z, let us consider the two different surge impedances, which is Z1 and Z2, and both are connected in parallel. So we know the equivalent impedance of the parallel circuit. So just apply this over here. So ET is equal to EF. Now just instead of Z1, can write Z1 Z2. So equivalent impedance Z1 Z2 divided by Z1 plus Z2. So yes, over here instead of Z, just write ZC plus, now instead of Z we will write Z1 Z2 divided by Z1 plus Z2. Clear? And same way for, instead of this Z we will write Z1 Z2 divided by Z1 plus Z2. Our equation number 1. I hope you have clear. Just which is here Z equivalent. Or if you wish, you can modify this equation. Say 2EF divided by ZC plus Z equivalent, which is equal to Z1 Z2 divided by Z1 plus Z2 into Z equivalent. Same way as we have written over here for without fork line. Clear? Now same way we have to calculate or write down the equation for ER, IT and IR. So let us first write for the IT or IT1, which is equal to ET by Z1. Same way you can write IT2, which is equal to ET by Z2, as the voltage is remain same. Clear? If you wish, you can give the number 2 and 3. Clear? Next, we have to calculate the ER, which is equal to ET minus EF. You have the value of ET, value of EF, then you will easily calculate the ER. And the same way you can calculate the IR, which is equal to IT minus IF. But now instead of IT we have two different, both are two different current, which is IT1 and IT2. So I can write IR is equal to IT1 plus IT2 minus IF. Clear? Or equation number 4. I hope you have cleared the concept of fork line, which shows the number of branching of is increased at a junction. That means your surge impedance is divided in further two different impedances having a different values. So such kind of line or branching is known as a fork line. So same procedure can be extended to analyze the case of line branching off into any number of line. If it is if it is a branch of say one more over here Z3, so the next step is we will add the parallel line of Z3 over here, and same way we have to calculate the Z equivalent for this overall circuit, and we have to substitute in this equation number say A. Clear? So I hope you have clear the concept of fork line. Clear? And next is from the derivation of the a reflection and refraction coefficient, or I can say the equation of ET and ER, let us understand the typical cases of line termination. Yes, typical cases of line termination or transmission line termination. We have considered simple concept where the line is terminated by the impedance Z over here. Yes, we have considered this case only where the transmission line is terminated by the impedance Z. But we have next we will consider the different cases of line termination. So yes, just understand what is the case when the line is terminated by the different cases. The first one is line terminated by resistance equal to surge impedance. Resistance equal to surge impedance. Surge impedance. So I can say ZC is equal to Z. What happens if we will consider the line termination which is equal to resistance? Yes, I will draw, then you will realize. Yes, surge impedance ZC of the transmission line, then which is terminated by the Z. So let us consider both the value of ZC and Z will remain same. That means characteristic impedance which is equal to the line termination impedance. So just you have to calculate the ET, ER, IT and IR. Okay, let me use this calculation equation. Yes, up to this equation number 7. So let us use this cases of equation over here, where we have considered the case of line termination where resistance equal to the surge impedance, or I can say yes, termination impedance ZC which is equal to the Z. So just substitute the value of ZC is equal to Z in the equation number 7, 8, 9 and 10. You will get ET, ER, IT and IR. So for the first case, yes, let me write over here. For the first case, we will get ET is equal to EF, as this both the value of remain same. So 2Z divided by 2Z. So ET is equal to EF. IT, yes, IT is equal to, such kind of question will be asked in your competitive exam. So you just need to remember this for the equation 7, 8, 9 and 10, and from that you will calculate the different, understand the different cases of line termination. So the first one is ZC is equal to Z, where if you consider this condition you will get ET is equal to EF. Same way IT is equal to IF, and the ER, yes, ER is equal to 0, and IR which is equal to also 0, as Z minus ZC is given in this equation, so it will become a 0. Clear? So the first case is line termination where ZC is equal to Z. Next, the second condition, which is open circuit line. Open circuit line. So I will draw, then you will understand. If the line is open circuited, same EF, ZC, and the line termination is open, then this will become an infinite. That means the value of Z will become an infinite. So substitute Z is equal to infinite in this all the equation. You will get ET is equal to 2EF, IT is equal to 0, and ER is equal to EF, and IR is equal to minus IF. Just verify it by yourself by considering the open circuit line. So if the line is open circuit, the value of Z will become an infinite. So substitute Z is equal to infinite, then you will get the all the values of ET, IT, ER and IR as written over here. Clear? Now the last one is the last case of line termination, which is this short circuited line. The third one is short circuit line. Let me draw over here. Line is short circuited. That means the value of Z, EF, the value of Z is become 0. Z is equal to 0. So we have seen the first case where Z is equal to ZC, Z is equal to infinite, and Z is equal to 0. So substitute the Z is equal to 0 in all these four equations 7, 8, 9 and 10. We will get the value of ET is equal to 0, IT is equal to 2IF, and ER is equal to minus EF, IR is equal to IF. Just verify these all the values by yourself in homework. Clear? So the third case, when we have considered the line is short circuited, that means the value of the impedance will become 0. And if we substitute Z is equal to 0 in all these four equations, we will get the value of ET, IT, ER and IR as written over here. I hope you have cleared the typical cases of line termination. Let me repeat it again. The first case where we have considered ZC is equal to Z, that means resistance which is equal to or impedance which is equal to surge impedance, line termination impedance which is equal to surge impedance. The second one, line is open circuited where we have get the value of Z is equal to an infinite, and the third one is short circuited line where we get the value of Z is equal to 0. And after substitute all the value in this all four equation, we will get the different value of ET, ER and IT, IR. That means transmitted voltage and current wave, or I can say refracted voltage and current wave, and reflected voltage and current wave. Clear? So these all are the equation which is useful for the calculation of example. So next session we will calculate the example based on the all these four equation, that means equation number 7, 8, 9 and 10. I hope you enjoy the lecture.